Hello everybody, back here again for another vlog a day, and today is Thursday the 7th, and today was a lovely day to be alive. It was drizzling, kind of overcast, and tried to rain a few times here and there, but never really mounted to much. We had some rain overnight, nice lightning and thunderstorms all night, which was always great because my dog hates that, so he was up and down, in and out of the bed all night long, and whimpering and whining and crying and stuff, so I got not much sleep at all, which is never a good thing, but oh well. You add that with the crap I'm going through and the stress my family's putting me in, all that kind of weird crap, and everybody seems to be just doing a little bit wrong. Nobody's willing to stand up and try and do what's right, and wishes upon what everybody else, there's people who could do the right thing and help make somebody's wishes who has passed come to fruition, but they're not willing to do it. And I realize in the fact they're all big on, oh well, it don't affect me, it's too late now, and I'm unwilling to stand up and do what's right. So having a lot of issues and a lot of stress there, just kind of trying to get over it and move on past it. So we'll see what happens. Who the hell knows? So went ahead, got a couple things around here done, not a lot. It was kind of like I said, it was drizzling off and on all day, so I was out in the shop. Some of it in and out of the shop, I guess, off and on. Cause a lot of times when I run my table saw kind of stuff in the summer, I'll set it outside just to keep the rest of the sawdust and that out of the way. My saw doesn't have any type of dust collection. It's just a crappy old contractor saw, so it's really not the most accurate either. But I got everything I needed done. I got finished up that gift that I was building for somebody that needs to be painted still, which they are saying they're happy to do. And they've even actually said they're willing to paint other projects of mine, so I kind of discussed with them kind of a little bit deceivingly and said, if somebody built me something but brought it to me unfinished, would it be upsetting to, should I be upset by that? And they're like, oh no, if painting's fine, blah, blah, whatever. And I said, okay, you must not hate it like I hate it. And then they said how much they liked it. It was actually fun and basically therapeutic to them and yada yada. So I decided now there's a few other things I want to have painted. I'm going to build and drop off with this toy and say, okay, this one's for you. And the rest of these are back to me whenever you get them done. So that right there, if I find somebody who enjoys painting, I'm going to let them paint. I got no problem at all. Buy them the paint, the brushes, the whole 9 yards, and go from there. So that right there is just something I just cannot stand. It's just, I don't know why it drives me nuts, so damn nuts. I never have liked it. So got that finished up. That felt pretty good. Got a few things moved in the shop, nothing major. I need to just, probably one of these days, go just empty that entire garage out to the bare floor and the walls, paint the walls the way I want. I need to rewire it, so I'll probably wire it before I do that. But paint it the color I want in that, maybe even epoxy the floor, and then just start building exactly where I want all my stuff. Toolbox here, air compressor there, so on and so forth, and get that done. I just haven't done it yet. I keep telling myself I may never do it just because I'm kind of lazy when it comes to that. And I also keep having this weird fantasy in my head that I need to just sell off virtually my entire life here, pack up, and just hit the road and go move somewhere. Ironically enough, I've got bids in on property. I have an offer in on an island in the Caribbean, which is absolutely ridiculously crazy. I'm kind of hoping that doesn't go through. If it does, I guess I'm moving to the Caribbean. But there's kind of interesting setup there, and then I have some offering on some land up in Alaska, ironically enough. So I have the cash. I don't have cash. I can liquidate the cash to pay for both of those in full, since I hate the idea of having to loan it all. But I got thinking, if I win both, it's going to be much happier than if I win neither, or if I win just one of them. Because I don't want to live in the Caribbean, I think, my whole life, but I also don't want to live in Alaska my whole life. But how awesome it would be if I could have both and spend 6 months in each. That right there would be the absolute ultimate dream. I haven't looked into an ounce of, like, internet providing, cell phone, none of that kind of stuff. It's just kind of, I've been having a little bit of a weird thing in my life going on now, so I kind of made a few offers on some properties. There's some other stuff I made offers on too. My offers are low enough that I doubt they're going to get accepted, but I'm not desperate to move. So that's my theory, is I'm just going to kind of just look around the world and look around the country and find cheap places that are needing work, needing fixed up kind of thing. If they sound like it'd be a fun place to live for a few months while I fix it up and then resell it, or even just cheap enough I can afford to keep it there and just kind of use it as like a vacation spot or a temporary traveling home, that kind of thing. It's going to be cool. I'm also looking to try and find some place near somewhere that has a lot of good running trails, near a mountain trail, something like that. And I was thinking, how awesome would it be if I had a small, like a little tiny house like that sitting there that I could then basically rent out cheaply to other runners who wanted to travel the area to run the trails, run the mountains, that kind of thing. So that right there is what I'm kind of leaning towards, and we'll see what happens. Who knows? But I'm definitely, until I get a little more squared down, I've never been to Alaska, never been to the Caribbean, so the fact that I'm trying to buy properties there kind of scares me a little bit, but oh well, shit like that happens. I do dumb stuff in my life all the time. I've bought businesses literally without much thought at all, and it's worked out in the long run for me. I bought a business one time, literally still screwed up on drugs, coming home from the hospital after my crash. I was being driven home, I couldn't even drive, and I stopped by talking to a guy and bought his business out that day with looming $100,000 in medical bills piling up at the time. I had no insurance and really had no clue how I was going to pay those. And everything went fine. I did the whole deal, got the place, made money on it, the whole 9 yards, and the time was over and done with. So definitely, I'm kind of the guy that when it comes time to jump, I jump with both feet and no parachute. But I'm the guy who will wait a really long time on other stuff and never jump at all. So that's why I went ahead and just put in some offers on some properties. Like if I end up buying both those properties, I will be as broke as I think I've ever been if they both go through at the offer price that I have submitted. So we'll see what happens. I'll be happy to have a place in Canada or in Alaska and also in the Caribbean. I'm cool with that. I'm cool being broke having those properties also because there's some more stuff I can do and go from there. So that's all I got for now. I will talk to you guys later. Have yourself a safe and wonderful day. Thanks for watching.